Welcome back everyone, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you love talent shows, unforgettable moments, and performances that made the whole world stop and stare, then you are in the right place. Today we are diving into a journey that changed television history, a journey filled with goosebumps, tears, shock, and standing ovations that never seemed to end. America's Got Talent has given us thousands of performances over the years, but only a few acts were so powerful, so unexpected, and so game-changing that they didn't just win hearts, they rewrote the future of the show itself. These performances didn't just compete on the AGT stage, they transformed what people believed was possible. So sit back, relax, and get ready, because these are the 5 acts that changed America's Got Talent forever. When America's Got Talent first began, no one really knew what to expect. It was a stage for singers, dancers, comedians, and novelty acts, but the idea that a single performance could completely redefine the show felt impossible. Then came a young girl who did exactly that. Bianca Ryan walked onto the AGT stage in the very first season as a small, quiet kid with a big smile and even bigger dreams. At that time, audiences didn't expect much from child singers. Most people assumed they would be cute, maybe impressive for their age, but not truly world-class. Bianca shattered that belief in seconds. When she opened her mouth and sang, the room instantly changed. Her voice was powerful, soulful, and far beyond her years. Judges were stunned, the audience was frozen, and suddenly AGT was no longer just a fun summer show. It became a place where real stars could be born. Bianca Ryan didn't just win season 1, she set the standard. She proved that age didn't matter, that raw talent could come from anywhere, and that AGT winners could actually build serious careers. After her victory, the show gained credibility. Singers from all over the country realized this was a real opportunity, not just a TV gimmick. Her win shaped how producers cast future seasons and how audiences watched every audition. From that moment on, people started asking a new question while watching AGT. Not can this person entertain us for a few minutes, but could this person become a star? That shift in mindset changed the entire show. Years later, another act walked onto the stage and completely redefined what winning AGT could look like. This time, it wasn't a singer or dancer, but a ventriloquist named Terry Fatter. Before Terry Fatter, ventriloquism was often seen as a novelty, something amusing but outdated. Many people thought of it as a side act, not something that could headline a Las Vegas show. Terry proved everyone wrong. From the moment he performed, it was clear this was something special. His voices were flawless, his comedy was sharp, and his puppets felt alive. But what truly shocked people was his singing. Each character had its own voice, personality, and musical style, and Terry switched between them effortlessly. As Terry advanced through the competition, audiences realized they weren't just watching a ventriloquist, they were watching a complete entertainer. He wasn't limited to one skill, he mastered many. When he won AGT, it marked a massive turning point. His success led directly to one of the biggest Las Vegas contracts ever offered to an AGT winner. Suddenly, the dream of AGT wasn't just fame, it was a real career with real money and real longevity. Terry Fatter changed how judges evaluated variety acts. No longer were singers automatically favored. Now, any performer who could truly entertain at a world-class level had a shot. Because of Terry, AGT became a place where variety acts could realistically win, and that opened the door for countless performers who followed. As the seasons continued, the show kept evolving, but nothing prepared audiences for the emotional impact of Cody Lee. When Cody walked on stage, his mother explained that he was blind and autistic. The audience listened politely, but no one could have predicted what was about to happen. Cody sat down at the piano, took a breath, and began to sing. In an instant, the atmosphere changed. His voice was pure, emotional, and deeply moving. It wasn't just technically good, it came from a place that felt honest and raw. People weren't just impressed, they were overwhelmed. The judges were visibly emotional, and the audience rose to their feet before he even finished. When Gabrielle Union slammed the golden buzzer, it wasn't just a moment of excitement, it was a moment of recognition. Cody Lee represented something bigger than talent. He represented possibility, inclusion, and hope. His journey on AGT showed millions of people around the world that disabilities do not define limits. His win became one of the most talked about moments in the show's history. After Cody, AGT was no longer just about discovering talent, it was about celebrating human potential. His impact changed how stories were told on the show and how audiences connected with performers on a deeper level. Another act that completely transformed AGT came in the form of magic, but not the kind people were used to. Shin Lim walked onto the stage quietly, almost nervously, with a deck of cards in his hands. At first glance, it seemed simple. Card magic is common, and many viewers assumed they had seen it all before. But within moments, it became clear this was something entirely different. Shin Lim didn't just perform tricks, he created visual art. His movements were smooth, elegant, and precise. Every motion felt intentional, every illusion looked impossible. What made Shin Lim truly revolutionary was how he presented magic. There were no loud jokes, no exaggerated reactions, no cheesy setups. Instead, he let the visuals speak for themselves. His performances felt cinematic, almost dreamlike. Judges and viewers were left in stunned silence, unsure of how what they just saw could even be real. When Shin Lim won AGT, it marked a huge shift in how magic was viewed on the show. Magic was no longer just entertainment, it was an art form. His success inspired a new generation of magicians and changed the way producers showcased magic acts. After Shin Lim, visual storytelling became just as important as technical skill. While singers, magicians, and emotional stories had already shaped AGT, one act took physical performance to an entirely new level. Kenichi Abina didn't just dance, he created illusions with his body. When he first performed, people didn't even know how to categorize what they were watching. It was a mix of dance, martial arts, mime, and animation. His movements looked unreal, as if he were controlling gravity or glitching like a video game character. Audiences were completely mesmerized. Kenichi Abina showed that AGT wasn't limited by traditional categories. He proved that creativity itself could be the main talent. His performances pushed the boundaries of what a live stage act could be. Judges struggled to describe what they were seeing, and that confusion turned into admiration. When he won, it sent a powerful message. Originality matters. Innovation matters. AGT became a platform not just for traditional talent, but for performers who invent something entirely new. After Kenichi, acts became bolder, more experimental, and more willing to take risks. Each of these 5 acts did more than just win or impress judges. They changed expectations. They changed the kinds of performers who auditioned. They changed how audiences watched the show. Bianca Ryan made AGT credible. Terry Fatter made variety acts powerful. Cody Lee made the show emotional and inclusive. Shin Lim made magic artistic. Kenichi Abina made creativity limitless. Together, they transformed America's Got Talent from a simple competition into a global stage where anything truly is possible. When people tune into AGT today, they don't just hope to be entertained. They hope to witness history. They hope to see that one performance that everyone will talk about the next day. That expectation exists because of these acts. They raised the bar so high that every season feels like it could deliver the next life-changing moment. As you think back on these performances, you might remember where you were when you first saw them. Maybe you replayed the video over and over. Maybe you felt chills, or tears, or disbelief. That's the power of true talent. It connects with people in a way nothing else can. And that is why these 5 acts didn't just compete on AGT. They changed it forever. If you enjoyed this journey through some of the most unforgettable moments in AGT history, make sure you keep watching, because there are always more incredible stories waiting to be told. Talent is everywhere, and sometimes, all it takes is one stage to change everything.